Time for business news now. We're joined by Stephen. Carol, Stephen, I'm going to start with the stock market launch of a company that's been at the centre of a Bitcoin frenzy.
Yeah, that's right. This is Coinbase. It's a cryptocurrency exchange people use to buy and sell Bitcoin and other digital currencies. It's the largest of these exchanges in the United States, and when it launches on the stock market, it's expected to be the biggest company in this sector ever to go public. The valuation it has been given is staggering. Nasdaq has set a reference price of $250 per share, which would give the company an overall value of $65 billion. That value has more than tripled in 3 years. To give you a comparison, if it goes public at that price, it will be worth more than Kraft Heinz or Moderna.
Explain to me a bit, Stephen, how has it become so valuable?
Essentially, this is linked to the investment craze around cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin in particular. The value of Bitcoin has exploded in the past year. We've talked about it an awful lot. In April of last year, it was worth just under $7,000. Earlier today, according to CoinDesk, it was worth over $64,000. Skyrocketing prices in this area mean that more investors are being attracted into it. That means more trades for Coinbase, and they make money on these trades that people are doing. So the more trading there is, the more money that Coinbase makes. At the end of March, the company had 56 million customers. It expects profits for the first 3 months of this year to be up to $800 million. That's more than double what it earned for the whole of last year. Experts in this area say that Coinbase has managed to grow to this level because it is a stable and secure service in what can be a very unstable sector, and also that they have a good relationship with regulators, which has helped them as well.
The boss of Japanese manufacturing giant Toshiba is stepping down amid talks of a takeover.
Nobuaki Kurematani resigned today after an investment fund that he used to work for proposed a buyout of Toshiba. The offer from CVC Capital Partners came last week. It's worth around 15 billion euros. But there are reports today of rival groups that may try to outbid them. Kurematani has been running Toshiba since 2018. He'll be replaced by the current chief operating officer. The company makes everything from railways to semiconductor chips, but has been hit by scandals and financial losses in recent years.
Back here in France, the government is giving more help to seasonal workers this summer.
Hundreds of thousands of temporary workers are hired every summer in France. This year, though, employers are holding back job offers, particularly in the hospitality sector, which has been largely shut down since October. To try and encourage them to hire, the French government is extending its partial unemployment or furlough scheme to seasonal workers, as Catherine Viette now reports.
At this time of year, restaurant owner Sébastien Mabi would usually be welcoming customers. But because of the pandemic, his business has been closed since October.
Habituellement, ici, la plage, le restaurant est plein. On commence des jours comme aujourd'hui. On installe des transats, on accueille déjà nos clients.
Mabi would usually hire 17 temporary staff for the summer season. But this year, he plans on taking on less than half of that number. That's despite the government's announcement of a program to help employers pay their seasonal workers if business doesn't pick up.
Le chômage partiel, ça demande de faire l'avance de salaire, c'est de la trésorerie. La trésorerie que plus personne n'a aujourd'hui.
The program is an extension of what was offered to ski resort workers this winter. 28,000 people were hired, with 56% put on partial unemployment funded by the state. Now the government is again encouraging businesses to recruit their regular seasonal workers and put them on partial unemployment until the summer season starts. Even so, some employers are taking a wait-and-see attitude.
Pas sûr que ça change quoi que ce soit parce qu'on ne va pas embaucher pour rien. Habituellement, au mois d'avril, on commence déjà à signer des contrats. Là, on attend une date de réouverture.
The government says up to 150,000 workers could benefit from the plan in the hope of brighter days ahead for the economy.
Let's take a quick look at what's happening on the markets next. European shares starting the day up. A good day for luxury brands. Shares in LVMH, the owners of Louis Vuitton, up 2% at the open after their latest results showed strong growth in sales in the first 3 months of the year. That's actually helping to lift firms across the luxury sector and helping boost the CAC 40, which is up by 0.5% at the start of trading.
Finally from you, Stephen, the Ever Given ship, well, it's stuck again, this time by Egyptian authorities.
They're seeking $900 million worth of compensation to release the ship, which had blocked the key shipping route for 6 days last month. The head of the Suez Canal Authority says the figure was calculated based on lost revenue, but also the flotation and maintenance costs. Hundreds of ships were caught up in the backlog when the Ever Given ran aground in the Suez Canal. Talks are ongoing between its Japanese owners and the canal's operators over paying this bill.